Let's start it. Let's start it like a YouTube video. What's up, guys? Welcome to Ultimate Sacrifice's video of F1 2020 track tier list. I know lots of people do track tier lists, but you know what? I'm here with chat. We're live on a Monday morning. Monday morning? Yeah, it's Monday morning in Australia. Monday night, Monday night, evening, yes, sorry. I'm thinking of the UK. The UK, it's the morning. And I'm about to rate the F1 tracks. Oh, in this game, though. In this game, not IRL. Let's do that. In this game. Now, we're having a little bit of discussion whether we want me to do it in the season order. I think I just do it in alphabetical order because I'm probably going to get one wrong and someone's going to be like, yo, it's actually, number 7, not number 6. So I don't want to get myself in that. Let's just do it in order. Now, I'm going to be controversial here and be pretty harsh on a number of these tracks. Just going to say. Jimmy, the link you just sent is actually the real life F1 calendar, not the game calendar. It's a bit different. Anyway. Abu Dhabi. However you like to say it. I think it's an okay track. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's not even good. It's just okay. It's just okay. It's not, I'm sorry, some people, they really, really like it. They really, really like it. So, I'm not going to call it bad, but it's not one of my favorite tracks. The AI is not that good at it, so it's pretty easy to be fast on it, I would say. Australia. It's going to hurt people. Get rid of it. It's crap. I don't like it. I don't think there's many fun corners on it. It's not interesting. It's in real life, definitely get rid of it. It should be something else. I don't want to do Adelaide. Hashtag bring back Adelaide. Here we go. I've upset everyone, but it's shit. It's so bad. It's not, for F1 cars, it's bad. It's even not that interesting for tin top cars because of the back section. It's just so hard to pass this chicane and all this stuff. There's no passing opportunities because of this poo. This whole half of the track is poo. And if you've got half the track being poo, it's not good. They should go to Phillip Island or something like that. That'd be great. It'd be so much better. Meow saying he's just donated $10,000. I wish you did. I wish you did. All right, Austria. Now, this is one of my favorite tracks. This is probably... It's like borderline good and amazing, right? Like it's a low tier amazing and it's a high tier good. That's what I think. Let's put it in amazing and we'll drop it down if I don't think it's... I think that track, because of how much passing's on it and the last couple of corners and this whole infield section, like, I know it's basic, but it's just good for racing. There's lots of passing opportunities. You can really push the car hard. I know it's so simple, but it's great. Look, you guys still going crazy about... Everyone's getting still ticked off about the earlier stuff. That's great. All right, Bahrain. Let me just get the picture in my head of this track. Why am I not... I'm not visualizing it. Why am I... I'm looking at the track. Which way are we going? Oh, Bahrain, of course. Bahrain. I'd say it's a good track. It's a good track. It's nowhere near as good as Austria, but it's better than Abu Dhabi. We can move stuff around towards the end. Sorry, for some reason my brain just couldn't pick Bahrain. It's number 2 on the calendar. It's fun. I get excited when that race comes up. Baku. Now, I think this track is what you want in a street circuit. I think it has passing opportunities. It's got tight windy sections. I think that is what you want a street circuit to look like. What do I put it above Austria? See, they're pretty neck and neck because I think Austria is a better track, but Baku is like what you want out of a street circuit. It's a great street circuit, in my opinion, and it's fun. Very punishing because there's lots of spots where the walls are very tight. And it's sure it's kind of boring at the first section, but you know, that's passing opportunities in an open wheeler car. All right, Belgium. We got it. The Zoomy Zoom track. It's a great track. It's better than Bahrain. Oh, gee. I don't know. Is it amazing? It's probably amazing. I'm talking about like my opinion of the track. It's really cool. It's got some good. Yeah, nah. What am I doing? It's amazing. The thing is though, it's still like you can't pass from here all the way around till going up this straight. And even here, it's kind of hard to pass because if you get a run too early, you run up, you have to lift off, and then it's like a dive bomb into here. So there's really only like this much of the track that you can pass on. And I think about like what I like. But to drive that track, it's so much fun. It's a great track. Yeah, it's amazing. So, yeah, I've got to keep it there. Brazil, I just straight up, like, this is one of my favorite tracks. I love this track. It produces good racing. It's got 2 passing opportunities, 2 real pass opportunities. You can dive bob in the infield as well, which is kind of cool. I might even say that's better. Oh, it's borderline up there with Austria. I love Brazil. That's such a good track. Britain, it's okay. I know the British people in here are going to be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" It's better than that. It's better than Abu Dhabi. It's okay. I don't get excited about it. I don't like the fact that you can't pass on it. Your tires wear out really easily. It's cool to drive, but that's the only thing I think it's got going for it. It's pretty cool to drive. Canada's good. Canada's not amazing, but it's good. Is it better than Bahrain? I keep forgetting what Bahrain is. Oh yeah, that's Bahrain. Oh, I like sections of this track. I really do. It's a toss up between it and Bahrain, so I'll just leave it as it is for now. China. China. China is a nice track. It's pretty good, and it produces pretty good because you got spots to pass. It's a hard track. I think that's what gets people. It's okay. I think it's a high tier okay. That it's not like it's so funny because everyone. I like the first corner, but I kind of don't. I don't like corners where you have to wait for ages on the throttle. And turn 1, you really have to do that there. Does that make sense? Like, all of these corners on Brazil are no waitings. There's no waiting. There's like a little bit of waiting through the really tight stuff, especially through turn, well, I don't know, the left-hander in the infield. There's a bit of waiting there. But China has a few corners where you just have to hang on and wait. Are you excited for the car launches? I kind of am. I've actually had a little sneaky peek at a couple. We might watch them a bit later or maybe another time. Van der Zut, here we go. It's bad. Like, it's fun to drive. So I'm half thinking like here, but it's just like not good for F1 cars. I'm sorry. Not F1 2020. I'm going to stick it here, but I might drop it to bad. It's not. It's just like you can pass down the straight. That's it. This one you can't do. this section, again, it's fun to drive, but there's just parts of it that are just annoying, like in an F1 car. France. Yeah. It's all right. It's better than Van der Zoot. It's not. Well, you know what? It's not. I actually kind of. It's probably more like near China. If that makes sense. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's around China level for me, if that makes sense. It's got some things that are cool about it, but some not so cool things about it. It's pretty just basic. A lot of people don't like it though, so yeah. Hanoi, I don't know. It's bad. I'd love to see it race IRL just to see what it was like. But the fact that it's got that whole infield section where cars are just paraded behind each other is like, ugh. And that first corner, like, I think I like the technical challenge of driving the track, but everything else about it I don't like. Yeah, good speed, bad corners. What Jimmy said. Hanoi. Yeah, isn't it Hanoi, Vietnam? I love how they've called them like, wait, isn't it Vietnam? I'm going to have to Google that. What have we got here? Yeah, capital of Vietnam. All right. I'm not going crazy. It's weird. They've named all of them the country except for Hanoi. That's quite funny. Anyway, whoever made this tier list is fine. Hungary. It's hard to pass at. I'm sorry, I've just dropped it there. It's hard to pass at, which makes it kind of annoying. But I'd say it's a low good track. Hungry for tomorrow. Exactly. It's great in a GT car. It's like, it's weird. France, China, and Hungary are like all similar tracks to me, if that makes sense. Like, I think Hungary edges them both out a bit. China, I might even move China up to just good. Like, nah, but the problem is when you say good, I think a good is good. You know what? I'm going to call Italy bad. It's just not interesting. It's just not interesting on a driving standard. It's fast and boring. It's boring to watch the F1 esports guys drive it too. Like, there's nothing that interesting about Italy. You know, Monza's just a couple of straights, couple of wiggles, and a sweeping corner. I mean, it had a good race this year in the real life F1, but that was only because of the crashes and the crazy storylines and all that sort of thing. Suzuka. Now, this is an amazing track. You've got a couple of passing zones at the end of the main. Like, sure, only one section of the track is really passing. Oh, you can pass into the hairpin too. But tell you what, this first section is such a rhythm section, and it's quite rewarding in a F1 car. I know some of these tracks down here have little sections like that, but something about Suzuka that's great. Oh, we've got Mel saying he hates it. Yeah, chicanes and the rest. Look, I think it's a lot of fun to drive, and again, I love the fact that you can get a draft and like 130R and stuff like that. I think it's a low end. In fact, I might. It's equal with Spa for me, so let's put it there. Mexico. I think this is another street circuit done well. So I'd say it's got lots of passing, got a little wiggly section. I mean, you can't really do much. I mean, yes, there's just those two spots to pass again, but for some reason, this little section down here I quite enjoy. So it's a good street circuit, but it's not fantastic, if that makes sense. Now, here comes the real controversy, guys. the real controversy. Monaco. Where do you think I'm going to put it? Where's the predictions, guys? Okay, Mel says get rid. Ennis says okay. Cyclone says bad. I'm going to be an anti-boomer and say get rid of this. Exactly. It's a good track. It's a fun track to drive, but that is the only thing it is. It's only fun to drive. There's no other reason to have it. It's the only reason. Like, it's fun to drive and it's fun to try and set a fast lap, but it's just poo for racing. Like, it is the worst track for racing at. Full stop. You know how I said Australia has some really hard spots to pass? Well, guess what? Monaco's impossible to pass at. It is a street circuit done wrong. It's not wide enough. It doesn't have long enough straights. It's just nothing about it is good for racing other than the fact that it's hard to drive. So it becomes like a challenge. That's it. Yeah, maybe in the 50s. Except people used to flip into the pier in the 50s. Or 60s whenever they started racing there. Now Russia, boys and girls. Oh, you know what? It's high tier okay. It's not interesting, but this is a street circuit when you've only got right angle corners. But it has lots of passing opportunities in the game. So in the game, it's pretty good. It's not. What would I rather? Would I rather race at Russia or would I rather race at China? I think I'd rather drive the China track, but I prefer the racing that happens at the Russian track. No, Dr. Pankely, Pancakely, sorry, Pankely. Dr. Pancakely, we're just doing a chill stream today. I wasn't feeling the best, so I'm just doing this and we'll upload it to YouTube probably. So I'd say Russia for the racing, China for the driving, and so therefore they're interchangeable, if that makes sense. Now Singapore. If it was a bit easier to pass at, if it just had like a little bit more passing places, it would be like a high good. But I'd say it's probably better than Mexico though. The track is just so much fun to drive. Singapore down with the rain, yeah. Back to probably. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna drop this like this. I think Singapore's there. I think I'm probably gonna stick Mexico. I prefer Mexico over Canada for some stupid reason. Oh, again, they're interchangeable. These two, Canada and Mexico, they're interchangeable. All right, Spain. Whew, Spain. It's hard to pass at, but I tell you what, it's pretty fun to drive. So it's a low tier good. It's probably better than Canada. I know that's controversial. People seem to think it's okay. Not bad though. Now, this might sound contradictory considering we've got Japan all the way up here. You see this? The track's almost identical. I know it sounds silly, but this track just has something about it that makes it really hard to pass at. It's only that back straight that you've got to pass at. Like, this main straight's just not enough. I kind of like the turn one, but I don't know. It's just not that great. Like, it's somewhere in here, I think. It's probably there. Where would I rather race? I couldn't tell you whether I'd rather race these two. So if I could have another tier, I'd probably have Russia, China, and France, and Canada probably all on a tier that's like in between good and okay. Like, there's things that are great, that are good about them, but then there's just things that just aren't that good. France is probably higher. I like France more than Canada. Oh, gee, that's hard. I'm finding it hard to decide. We'll call that my list. I bet you if I did it another day. Or so Austria is my favorite track, really. Oh dear. Brazil and Austria are tied for first. If I could have like an S tier above amazing, Brazil and Austria are tied first. Okay, Baku is what you want a street circuit to be. It's fantastic. It's got tight, windy section. It's got lots of right angle corners, which again on a street circuit is great. Spa and Japan, so Belgium and Japan are just like great drivers' tracks with some passing opportunities. They're great driving tracks with some passing opportunities. So they are just, yeah, they just stand head and shoulders above like the rest of the tracks. Bahrain, it's interesting, and Singapore is probably the second best street circuit. I think I'm going to drop Van der Zoot down to bad. The Dutch Grand Prix is just, it's okay to drive, and it's bad for passing, so therefore it's okay and bad, so it's bad. Yep. Because I'm rating things on how much I enjoy the racing, how much I enjoy driving, and then just how interesting the track is, right? So that's probably why Brazil beats Austria. The Brazil's got to beat Austria, if I say that like that. This is just a bit more interesting to drive than this, but they both produce pretty good racing. Although Austria probably produces the best racing, right? Because of all the DRS zones. I don't know about in the esports league, actually, though. Actually go back and watch their racing. I know in real life it produces really good racing. But yeah, this is fun. This is a really fun. These last two corners, even though they're right angles, they're actually just sick corners. Got a bit of everything. Singapore could be a bit better, but I don't know how. Like with a street circuit, you can't just make road and change it and make it better. So yeah, there it is. I think I'm done. I think I'm happy with that list. What do you guys think? What's Twitch chat? If you guys get to change one thing, what would you change? You can and be honest. Be like, nah, I love Australia. It's amazing. Or nah, I hate Spa. It's terrible. Or Baku. Or something like that. Go on. I want a couple of honest answers each from all of you. France is terrible. France is terrible. Monza should be top tier. Wow. Nothing. I do not race F1. France is proper shit. Look, the two British people. Wait, no, that's just you saying it twice. Hang on, what's going on? All right, there's a couple of people that don't like France. NASCAR's making their first tip to Kota this year. Oof. Oh, trip. Gotta read. First trip to Kota. I don't race, I just drive. Yeah. All right. Is everyone happy with that list? Does that sound cool? Wait, why'd the ads get removed? What happened? What did I do? Did I click on something? Oh, it just errored. Ruffle. Anyway, guys. That'll do me, I think, for that. Was that fun? Was that a good tier list? What do you guys think? People like the tier list? Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, actually, with the game, freaking Japan has the worst in turn one. That crowd freaking doesn't shut up. It's just like, bah! As you get into turn one, you can hear the crowd like he's screaming in your ear. That is annoying. But it's a fantastic track, though. It's freaking awesome. You can dig it. It doesn't feel too bad. All right, I'm happy with that. We'll sign it off there. Thanks, chat. That was fun. I enjoyed that.